I'm at the airport. I'm leaving for Beverly Hills in 30 minutes. I'm really excited. I've worked so hard to look good for my wedding. All I have to do now is enjoy it. I heard from Bob that you've been working really hard on losing weight. You've always been pretty, but I'm glad you've become even prettier. I'm leaving in a few hours. What? Are you planning to come too? Of course I plan to, but I'm really looking forward to your wedding. It's hilarious that you're really planning to come. Why? It's my son's wedding. Of course I've been invited. Even though it's an overseas wedding, there will be a few guests. And as a mother, I want to greet them properly. That's not necessary. You want us to take care of you when you get older, right? That's why you've been flattering me, telling me I'm beautiful. That's funny. I didn't mean to flatter you. And I don't expect you to take care of me when I get older at all. That's a lie. It's so obvious. What makes you think that? Because you're a single mother who hasn't remarried yet. You can't make much money because you are a single mother, and you don't have much savings either, do you? So, you are going to ask your son to help you. To do that, you thought you had to flatter me, your son's wife, didn't you? I'm so quick to recognize this kind of thing. I think you've got it all wrong. I earn a decent amount of money, and I have a decent savings. So I'm not trying to get my son to help me. I'm not trying to flatter you either. Okay, if you insist. I feel sorry for women who aren't popular. They're so stubborn. I can't stand the thought of spending my old age alone. Did I offend you? No. Then why are you so sarcastic? The last time I saw you, you were a really nice girl who cared about my health. What happened to you? You used to call me by my first name. I've realized what you're trying to do. I don't want you to take advantage of us. I felt I had to say what I thought clearly. We don't want to give you the money we worked so hard to earn. So I have no intention of taking any of your money. And I don't deserve to be mocked because I'm a single mom. So back to the point. Are you trying to tell me not to come to your wedding? That's what I'm saying. I mean, not just the wedding. I don't want you to get involved with us anymore. What? Don't get involved? You still don't get it? You're really slow, aren't you? In other words, I'm asking you to cut ties with us. Cut ties? You're kidding, right? Because if we don't cut it off now, we'll look like the bad guys for not helping you when you're in real trouble, won't we? So I thought it would be better to cut off our relationship while you're still in good health. The relationship with in-law is just a hassle to take care of, isn't it? And does my son know how you feel? I haven't told him yet, but I think he'll understand. Because he's in love with me. He'll listen to anything I say, Don't you think I'm nice? Because I'll feel bad if I tell you after you come here. That's why I'm telling you while you're in Japan. I have to leave soon, too, or I'll miss my flight. Did you really mean what you said earlier? It's obvious, isn't it? I can't lie about this kind of thing. I don't mind if you come, but I don't think you'll be able to enter the venue. If that's okay, you can come as you like. Hey. You told me not to come, but it's my son's wedding. I'm here in Beverly Hills. Finally, the day of the wedding. I thought you guys were supposed to pick me up at the airport at 8. That's why I stayed near the airport. I've been waiting for half an hour. Where are you now? If you're going to be late, it would be great if you could give me a call. I told Bob that I was going to pick you up. But I met up my friend at 7:50. I can't pick you up because there are no seats available. We just arrived at the wedding venue, so I can't go back there again. I warned you not to come to the wedding. It's your fault. 7:50. You told me 8, and your plan was to not let me in the car from the beginning. Yep. Left alone at the airport, that's hilarious. But I'm not evil, so if you walk to the ceremony, I'll let you attend. Walking? It takes 30 minutes to drive there, doesn't it? The ceremony will start before I get there. From the airport, it'll take at least 3 hours. Then, why don't you just run? If you run, it won't take more than 2 hours, right? Oh no. You don't have to come if you don't want to. I'd be happier if you don't come. Okay, you want me to walk? That's fine. What? You're really going to walk? You're the one who suggested it. I don't have time for this. I have to go. Okay, bye. Bye, good luck. Susan, I'm sorry. Where are you now? I'm going to pick you up. It'll take me about 30 minutes, so please go into a store or something and wait for me. What's the change? You were calling me Miss White. And now you call me by my first name. And you told me to walk over here, didn't you? I don't understand why you're suddenly going to pick me up. You're not going to pick me up, are you? You can't trick me. I'll walk. If I run once in a while, I can get there in 2 hours. That's not true. I'll pick you up, I promise. I'm sorry. Can you please forgive me being rude earlier? What happened? You told Bob that I told you to walk, didn't you? I did. Because if I hadn't arrived at the ceremony, he would have been worried, right? You sent him our texts. I have never seen him so angry. You're the one who sent me messages that might get you in trouble. That's true, but... You don't need to pick me up. Please, don't say that. If I don't go pick you up now, he will give up on me. I just got a call from Bob, and it looks like he's on his way to the airport. So, I don't need you. Oh no. He usually says he loves me. He listens to everything I say. But he got mad and yelled at me, and it really scared me. It was like he was a different person. I can't help but wonder why you don't think Bob would get angry with you. Huh? Look, no matter how much you don't like me, I'm his only parent. His father died in a car accident. I raised him alone. I've put him before everything else. He understands that, and he appreciates it. He's a really good kid. When he told me he had a girl he wanted to marry, I was so happy when he brought you. I was so happy that he had found a beautiful, nice girl to marry. I had no idea that you were actually mean, who only cared about yourself. But if he still wants to marry you because he loves you, I wouldn't stop him. It's his life. But to marry you without knowing who you are and being deceived? I felt so sorry for him that I sent him a screenshot of the text. It's natural for a parent to want their son to be happy, isn't it? You understand? I do. And I didn't want you to worry about it, so I didn't tell you, but the money for the wedding and this trip, I paid all of it. What? You think I'm poor, but I can afford it. Of course, my son said he'd pay for it himself. You need more money from now on. I wanted to do this because it's a big day for you. But now, I'm not so sure. I can't be happy for him right now. I didn't know anything. I'm so sorry. You're not going to cancel the wedding, are you? I'm really sorry. Can you please tell Bob to forgive me? I don't want to. You're not a child. Convince him yourself. I told you before. I respect his feelings. But I haven't been able to reach him. Keep trying. Or just give up. I don't want to do that. Anyway, it's no use talking to me. I'm on his side. Okay, I'll talk to him.
Mom, I'm sorry. I just can't forgive her. I'm going to cancel the wedding. I have to talk to the people at the wedding venue and explain the situation to the guests. I can't pick you up right now. I'll call you when I get settled. Maybe you can go back to the hotel. Or go to a cafe or somewhere relaxing, okay?
Sorry, I missed your call. She contacted me and was persistent that I ask you to forgive her.
That's impossible. I'll never forgive her.
Well, that's a relief. I've decided not to interfere with your decision, but honestly, I was hoping that you would cancel the wedding. It would be hard for me to support you now that I know who she really is.
You know, you really saved my life. If it weren't for that text, I would have never known who she really was. I would have had the wedding. I really appreciate it. I still have a long way to go. I never thought I couldn't read people. Mom, you raised me all by yourself. I thought I could finally let you go free. I never thought I'd cause you trouble again.
Bob, you did nothing wrong. You're the one who's suffering the most, so don't worry about me. Really, it's a good thing you found out her true nature before the wedding. Really, don't worry about me. If you apologize sincerely, your guests will understand. I'll apologize to her family too.
Thank you. Actually, she's been cheating on me for a long time. I really can't forgive her.
Bob? What happened?
It's not something we can text. I'll talk to you directly later. I'll call you when things calm down over here.
Susan, just when I thought Bob came back to me, he says he's going to cancel the wedding. Susan, I'm coming to get you. Will you persuade him with me? Please.
Of course not. I'm already back at the hotel. I've told you many times, I respect his wishes. I'm relieved to hear that he is canceling the wedding. As a parent, I'd be worried about him marrying someone like you.
Oh no. I'm really sorry. I will change from now on, so please give me one more chance.
You reap what you sow. Don't be a baby. I'm tired. I'm going to lie down for a bit. Bye.
Oh no, Susan.
Do you have a second?
I can't believe you contacted me. You've forgiven me. It's okay to reschedule. I want to have a wedding with Bob. If you approve, I'm sure Bob will forgive me too.
Bob told me everything yesterday.
What?
Don't play dumb. You should know what you are doing.
What?
I heard you've been cheating on him for a long time. I heard that your affair partner came to your wedding venue. How can I let my precious son marry such a woman? Don't be ridiculous.
No, it's a misunderstanding.
Huh? Misunderstanding? I've seen many pictures of you dating. What misunderstanding?
He and I were just having fun. But when we decided to get married, I told him I wanted to break up with him. I wasn't serious with him. I swear I won't see him ever again.
You know, maybe you weren't serious. But he was serious enough to come to the US, right? And being serious would have been better. You were seeing someone else while you were dating my son.
I swear I'll never cheat on him again. I'm sorry.
You know, you keep saying you're sorry. Do you expect me to forgive you? If everyone forgives you by just saying sorry, we won't have the police. I have no intention of letting you see my son again. You should pay for the wedding cancellation fee. You caused this.
Oh no. Bob makes good money. I quit my job so that he could support me. I haven't saved any money at all. I don't have any money.
So? Then you should have cared more about us. Right? Didn't you understand that? Besides, you told me not to depend on my son. You told me not to rely on my son's money. You were the one who relied on my son's money, not me. I don't give a shit if you're in trouble. I just think you deserve it, so you should pay for it, even if it means going into debt. And not just the wedding money, but the alimony for the affair.
no.
If you keep resisting, I'm going to get a lawyer. I'm going to fight it tooth and nail. And of course, my son is on the same page.
Lawyer, please don't.
I'll never forgive you for making fun of me for betraying my son. I'll make you regret it. We've come all the way to Beverly Hills. I'm going to enjoy the sights a little more. When we go back home, you'd better be ready.
Oh no, it wasn't supposed to be like this.
I had never seen my son, who was always so kind and gentle, being angry like that. That's how upset he must have been to Janet. Through his lawyer, I was relieved to hear that he was able to claim the full amount of the wedding money and the alimony as he wished. I am sure Janet must be regretting what she has done right now. With her personality, it must be hard for her to find a job. But she deserves it. I was worried about my son's mental state. But I guess he thought it was no use dragging that woman with the worst personality on. He got over quickly and started dating a different woman a few months later. I went out to dinner with her the other night. She is a very friendly and good-natured girl and seems to get along well with my son. They are going to start living together and may get married soon. As for me, he always tells me, "It's okay for you to be happy too, Mom. You should think about your own happiness too." So I have decided to move forward with the idea of remarrying. I thought that a matchmaking event was something I'd never go to, but my son told me about the party for middle-aged. I tried it the other day, and it was very fun for me, as I was just going back and forth between home and work. I hope to go to a few more parties and find a partner to share my life with.
Hey, where is my stuff? My room is empty. What did you do with it? Hey! I know you saw my messages. Are you the one who did this, Isabel?
Shut up. You just yap and yap and yap like a dog. I was in a good mood just now, too.
Just answer me. Where are you guys? My dad's car isn't here.
Huh? Us? We're going out to eat right now. Me, Mommy, and Daddy. The whole family's here. We're celebrating me moving on to high school.
Oh, I see.
What's that? You weren't invited? You were left behind to eat all alone at home? Aw, poor you. Well, I guess it makes sense, because today we're celebrating as a family. And my dad's ex-wife's daughter isn't family. It's just how things are, right?
That's enough. More importantly, where did you put my stuff? Where did you hide it? Give it back!
I'm not returning it. It's not even in the house anymore. Because tomorrow you won't be in the house anymore either. I can't fit all of my mom's and my clothes and accessories and stuff in my room. So I had to tear your room down to make room for a new closet. And since we were talking about kicking you out...
What the hell? What do you mean?
You can't figure it out? God, you're dumb. We don't need you in the house. You walk around my house shamelessly even though you're a stranger. Aren't you embarrassed?
I'm not staying or anything. This was my house to begin with. My mom died, and then you all immediately rolled in and started living here. My dad's mistress and his stepchild.
So what? My mom and dad are already married. And the three of us are a happy family. My daddy, the president of a huge company, my beautiful mommy, and me. It's really annoying having some outsider here. We don't need some stranger's kid hanging around, so why don't you just get out already? Then we can be the perfect family.
I have every intention of leaving this house eventually. But my junior year in high school isn't exactly a great time. So, again, for the last time, where did you put my stuff? Did you throw it all away?
Daddy said it might be good to send it to your granddad's house for the time being. So I sent it there for you. You should be grateful I didn't just throw it away.
My granddad's. I haven't seen him since I was little. I haven't spoken to him in forever. I guess I have no chance but to count on him, though.
Daddy said he'd send you the address later. Sorry, I get disgusted whenever there's a lot of garbage in the house. So please leave by tomorrow.
Seriously, enough already. And my dad, too, marrying the woman he cheated with as soon as my mom died. I don't need that nasty woman or you in my life. I'll go to my granddad's house or wherever. So help yourself to the house.
Ah, I see. Well then, why don't you spend the rest of your life taking care of your grandpa? You probably aren't capable of doing much else. I'm going to follow in my daddy's footsteps and become the company president. I've got life on easy mode. If you have trouble finding a job, I can hire you. I'll put you to work cleaning toilets for the rest of your life. Okay then, bye-bye. Hey, it's been ages. Wait, what's your name again? Oh, that's right, Sarah. How have you been?
Look who it is. Isabel. I'm good. What do you care?
Because I'm in a great mood today. And I was thinking I'd share how gloriously my life is going to the sad sack living at her granddad's.
Wow, you're as annoying as ever. You must have a lot of time on your hands.
I'm in college now. I've joined clubs and made friends. And I hang out with them every day and go to parties. And I have a handsome boyfriend now. We're going on a trip together soon. It's great, isn't it?
Wow, yeah, amazing.
When I tell people I'm the daughter of the company president, people take extra care of me. They buy me drinks and start hanging around with me. Guys start hitting on me even though I have a boyfriend. It's almost too much.
Wow.
But by doing this, I'm establishing my future status as a female company president. I'm definitely going to be living rich and comfortable for the rest of my life. Life is so easy. It's the best.
What? What are you talking about? That's just not true. I'm the one who's inheriting the company.
Oh, what are you talking about? Did you get a head injury or something? Daddy picked me as his successor. Are you still under the impression that you're part of the family or something? You may be Daddy's child, but you're not family. I won't let some outsider get in my way.
No. I was going to talk to you about this after you graduated college, but I'll tell you now, since you made an effort to reach out to me.
Oh yeah? Out with it then.
I was talking with my granddad. You know what he told me about that company that my dad runs? It's actually my granddad's company. Dad was promoted to president after he married my mom. It seems he's completely forgotten that, though.
Well, so what? I don't see how any of that matters.
Do you really not get it? In other words, my mother's family owns the company. And being my mother's daughter, I'm inheriting it. My granddad decided.
What? I don't understand. Why would it be your granddad's decision? He's got nothing to do with the company now. My daddy is president now, and he decided that I would inherit. I'm the successor.
I get that you might not want to hear this, but... Hey, what did my dad buy you recently?
What? What do you mean?
You used to brag about getting presents all the time, remember? On your birthdays, on Christmas, as a reward for good grades, or on holidays, or even on any ordinary day. You said you got a lot of expensive things. And you said you bet no one had ever gotten anything like that for me.
What's your point?
But recently, he's not been buying anything for you, has he? On the contrary, your allowance has actually decreased, hasn't it?
What? How do you know that?
Well, Dad was fired from the company.
Huh?
After you kicked me out and I went to my granddad's house, I told my grandparents all about what you guys did to me. He was not happy with my dad at all. And before I knew it, he had handled it. He relieved my dad of his position as president, demoted him, and eventually fired him. It seems he was embezzling money in order to support you guys. So he wasn't given any severance.
Huh? Huh? I don't understand. Nothing you're saying makes sense.
I'm only telling the truth. My dad's working a part-time job now. No respectable company wants to hire him. He didn't want you or your mother to find out. He's trying desperately to keep the same standard of living. The other day, I saw him cleaning at the supermarket. His face went white as a sheet when he saw me. He gave me $40 to not tell anyone.
You're lying. He's the president of the company. There's no way he was fired.
If you don't want to believe me, then don't. But as I said, I'm the heir to the company. I won't even hire you, let alone make you president.
You liar. That's not possible. I'm the heir, not you.
Listen, I'm studying law and economics in school. At the same time, I'm being trained to be the successor by my granddad and other company executives. After college, I'm going to work at another company from the same industry to get some experience. I've been doing all this, striving to become a worthy successor. And you? What are you doing? You went to college using the money your father earned from his part-time job. And now you're... what? Going to clubs and parties, vacationing with your boyfriend? Living an easy life, and not studying enough. How can you sit there all smug and say you're going to inherit the company? You crack me up.
Shut up! You talk big for some stranger. I am the successor. I will become the president of Daddy's company.
I guess you haven't been listening. You really don't have any brains at all. That company is not your daddy's company. It's my granddad's, my mom's dad. And he named me as the successor. You will never be the president.
But, Daddy...
Your daddy has already lost his position. You aren't the president's daughter now. You're the daughter of a middle-aged man with a part-time job. Can't you understand that? How can a stranger's child claim to be the successor? It's time to see where you really stand. You're a shallow, lazy ignoramus, just like your parents.
Why? How can this be? How can I not be president? How can you be the successor? You're just some stranger. You've got to be kidding me.
You can cry about it all you like, but you can't change reality. Maybe you should start worrying about what you can actually do with your life, instead of worrying about whether you can become president or not.
What?
Because before long, your daddy is going to be broke. And he's still living with a woman whose only skill is to waste money. He has a college student who plays around while her parents pay all her tuition and living expenses. He's not getting any younger, and it's only a matter of time before his body starts to give out on him. When that happens, what will you do? Will you get a scholarship and start working part-time? Will you abandon your father? No matter what you do, you can't play around anymore. Will you be able to handle that, after always being able to do what you want for so long?
No.
God, what am I going to do? Well, you could revise your life plan for the future. I'm a stranger, so it doesn't concern me. All right then, this conversation is over.
Wait, hold on a second.
What?
You know, all the stuff up until now. How do I say this? I'm sorry. I've really thought about what I've done. So, can you just hear me out for a second? Because, you know, you're my sister, after all.
What?
What?
Sister? Who? We don't have that kind of relationship. A stranger shouldn't act like they're one of the family, should they? You disgust me, honestly.
Oh,
Maybe you think you're flattering me, but you're having the opposite effect. You won't get any support from me. Well then, I'm busy, so good luck with life. Goodbye. After that, I got a lot of calls from Isabel and my dad. It was annoying, so I immediately blocked them. My dad's new wife found out about how he was fired from his job, and they began having difficulties. They divorced and fought over alimony, and completely neglected Isabel. Isabel's lost all her income, and she no longer had enough for living and tuition expenses. At first, she sold her clothes and accessories and things and covered the costs with that. But naturally, there was a limit to that as well. She started messing with her mother's things, and then fights broke out between them. In the end, Isabel was thrown out of the house. She quit college and started working in clubs and places like that. Her mother disappeared, and our father gave up the house. I heard no one knows where he is now. A miserable end for a family of plebs. My mother is probably stunned as well, looking down from heaven. Afterwards, I did exactly as planned and worked full-time at a different company in the same industry after I graduated college. I'm devoting myself to my work as I learn more, and I'm living every day to the fullest. I have to repay my grandparents for sending me to college. So, I'm going to continue to work diligently to become an excellent successor to the company.